Hello and welcome back to another 9 holes of the 2023 Junior World Championships powered by Paragon Disc Golf. This is a PDGA major here in the greater Peoria area. We are at Kennal Lake for this 9 holes, part of our Crew 42 coverage for the PDGA. My name is Zach O'Heran on the commentator's mic, and with me I have Grace Dykema as well.
Hello, everyone.
Having you on the mic so far for this whole tournament. It's been amazing to have you.
Thank
Your
you.
insights for the rounds. Taking a quick look at our front 9 from this round so far. We have 3 ladies at +7. This course is...
It's sneaky tough.
It is tough. I don't think it's sneaky. I think it's just tough.
Yeah.
Only one birdie. I mean, it just plays really, really tough. And we have 9 more difficult holes to go, starting with 10, though. What do we got going on?
Hole 10, 325 feet. This one's definitely, especially coming after the last couple of holes, everyone's wanting to par this one. There's some junk on the left, but if you can stay out of that shul, then it's pretty open. There's some branches as you come near the basket that then sometimes block your putt if you go long, but really a pretty straight up hole.
Not OB on the left side. It looks primed to be OB in the long
does.
grass. It looks set up to be perfect for that, and then it's just not. So don't worry about it. If you hyzer left, it's not good.
I would say it plays like a pretty natural OB.
It definitely will bite you, but it's not going to be an additional OB stroke. Here, Ellie, taking my advice, not taking the OB stroke, just leaks a little bit into that long grass, into that tall Shumack stuff. So
she
she'll
made
have
it far enough, though, that I think she'll still have good enough footing for a putt.
Mm-hmm.
It's tricky to get full power for a throw from there, but putting it's a little easier.
Yeah.
Trinity, good angle. This one holds on.
Circle 2. We'll take that from there. This plays a little uphill the whole way, right? Generally?
I think so. I don't notice it off the tee, and then I throw, and I'm like, that's like 20 feet shorter than I thought.
Wait a minute. That didn't go as far as it's supposed to.
Dead center from Lillian.
Yeah, good shot from her. Good angle control.
And I feel like everybody's just looking to rip on this hole. It's kind of the first, after like 7, 8, 9, and even 6, everybody just wants.
You get not a tunnel. You get not trees for a second. You're like, yes, let me just shank this and it be okay.
I think I had like 120 left to the pin.
Perfect. Right by the bed. Bullseye. I'd say this 50 feet.
Circle 2. Oh, good run.
She's really good. Lillian's really good putter. She's also the fastest putter I've ever seen. She just doesn't overthink anything.
Not
she just
at
walks
all.
up
She
and is
doesn't think.
yeah, she's like, this goes in there, right? Boom, and then she throws it, and it goes in a lot. So if it works, it works. Ellie going full splits here, trying to get a look at this one. So close.
Great power from there.
We're gonna have a bunch of tap-ins, like you said. There have been so many bogeys up to this point because the course, that stretch, right, from 5 to 9 is so tough that a par here just feels good, even if it's not a birdie. It's just like, let me feel like I can play disc golf again. That'll move us from, easier start to the back 9. Hole 10, we get, I think, a little easier even here on hole 11. A little shorter. What do we got?
304 feet, lots of different lines here. Some people, I would guess Lillian's probably going to take this gap that the camera's taking. Lots of people with power, though, are going to go out to the right on a big hyzer. I would say fairly skippy ground, but I feel like it's always a friendly skip.
Yeah, and this being a drier year, it's going to probably a little more ground play than people might be expecting.
I don't notice as many people, though, skipping into the junk on the left, I feel like.
Yeah, it would require a pretty big skip to get that far left.
A little slip from her, but a low enough line. Oh, just in that left, I said not many people going.
And that was awfully close to an ace line.
That one was good.
Just left.
Trinity also taking this right gap.
I really like this
height.
line.
Yeah.
Good height, good speed control, good skip. I've done this for so long, from the catch angle and from filming, I can just tell when a disc has an ace opportunity. And everyone was like, oh, that almost went in. And halfway through there, I was like, this is going to be really parked, but I don't think it has a chance at ace. Just a touch short for her, probably 1% more would have given her that ace look.
Great line from Lillian.
Yeah, in circle. I mean, How do you feel about that? You're playing with 3 competitors. You just want all of them throw in circle. What's going in your head right now?
I'm just trying to get my throw off the tee. I'm not watching them too much.
They landed where? I wasn't even paying attention. I love
mine, that. I'm trying to throw a stable disc. Mm-hmm. It just flew straight the entire way.
It just got strong all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Long look.
So long circle 2 Anheuser bid.
Just going to put right by the basket, though.
Yeah. Unfortunate it's not good, because this one I would say is definitely an easy hole. It plays as the 4th
easiest.
Yeah.
It's just such a drastic change from, like I said, 5 to 9.
Yeah.
You're just like sweating.
You're just trying to get through that.
Trying to survive. And then you get to 10, 11. It's like, oh, this is even 12. Yeah, I'd say 10, 11, and 12. You're just like, let's see if I can reach it.
Yeah. And you're like, yes, I got a par.
Yeah.
You start celebrating.
And I'm going to say it again because it's my favorite thing to say apparently on this coverage. There were a total of 2 birdies on this hole, and we filmed both.
We did.
We're just timing it up so well.
Yes.
Just who gets the birdies on the hole? We got the birdies on the hole.
So it sounds like you play better when you're on coverage.
Hey, I mean, don't get me started on this. Every single person who says playing on camera makes you play worse, they get all nervous.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying everybody seems to be lighting it up.
Oh, yeah. We're in our 3rd round. People are comfortable in front of the camera right now. Hole 12, let's get it.
Hole 12, 322 feet. There's a branch, or a tree, plenty of branches.
Yeah, lots of
those. A
those.
tree right off the tee, so that kind of blocks any, like, big wide hyzer for the backhand. But really just, I mean, Ellie's probably throwing, like, a mid.
I think it's a fairway.
Okay.
And this was, I mean, I was just like, I'm about to film an ace here until she whacked that last tree. Good height, good speed. And honestly, if she missed the basket, she would have been so long. Deep. Oh, yeah. She just threw that disc 450 feet. Lillian, it's like circle 2, but off to the side. She should see the basket, but she's going to have a couple things to kind of thread to get to her basket there.
Yeah, this one, it's some tricky stuff, one like deep and left and right of the basket, but really anything like off the tee is okay. Looks like Trinity shanked that one into the tree.
Yeah, she did that on hole 2 as well. She tends to pull right a little bit sometimes, and it's just inopportune moments. Like, that's just not the moment you want it to happen, and sometimes them's the breaks. So you just putting one out there in the field and looking to take a 3.
I flexed them too much into the tree that I just wanted to play safe.
And you just watched Trinity do it.
After watching
I
Trinity
am not doing that. Refuse. This looks a little right. It's not going to...
Right. Yeah. That's definitely the line. It's easier. It kind of slopes away from the basket on the left.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. But putting from the right side is way easier. Way easier.
I think it was like 80, 90 maybe.
Just outside circle 2. Oh, hits the tree, settles down 20 feet or so.
Kick.
Yeah, she's going to have to hyzer around a couple trees here. Circle 2.
Ooh, she's had so many close looks.
And that was the entire prep, by the way. Like, from when that video clipped into her to when she threw it, that was her entire prep. I did not cut out any of her looking at it.
There is nothing to cut
she
out.
just stepped there and looked. That was the whole prep right there.
If you've ever played with me, you know that is not quite how I putt.
You definitely take your time.
Yes, I need to get my head to stop thinking and do the full routine, because there's just something in my head about if I don't do the full routine, I know I'm gonna miss, because I get in my head about it.
Right. Montana Adams is gonna ruin our streak. She birdied.
Oh.
And she wasn't on our card.
Darn. How many other people birdied?
Just those 2.
Just those 2.
Dang it. We were so close to having a perfect record. We got one last tap in here from Trinity, and then we're going to hear a quick word from one of our sponsors of this event before we come back.
Hole 18 at Worlds, down by 1. It's got to go in.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
Hole 13, we're back at it, and we went from easy to tougher. What do we got?
Yes, 286 feet. This one, there's kind of some junk on the right, a low ceiling late, but really anything like a gentle hyzer or something fairly straight is going to get out here. And then I believe the road is
OB.
deep is OB.
Yep.
Yeah.
Road and over deep is OB. Yep.
But I mean, once you get out of the gap, it's a simple up and down.
I really think this is, if you have the forehand, that's the play.
Oh, yeah.
The backhand just doesn't do it for me. I don't know why. It definitely shapes that way too, because once you get out the gap, you want to drift 20 feet right.
Yeah.
But man, I can't see a lot of turnover backhands. Just seems so tough.
No. You need something like some kind of little hyzer flip, but mostly straight.
I say Lillian's shot, if it would have been a touch more stable, would have panned and skipped in the perfect direction. She just burned that one a little too much, or had a disc that was a little too flippy. This
thing just became a beefcake for no reason.
I was gonna say, you got to switch this one in 11, right?
Yes,
those
this
two
one in
discs.
11.
You got to switch them now. Trinity here. This is
Looks
off the
high.
fairway. Okay, it's
Okay.
on the edge. As long as it's on the edge.
I don't know. I don't know if because I started out with some rough tee shots, just like in practice after slipping, and I feel like after that I just couldn't trust myself off the tee.
It definitely is a mind game if you're not executing the way you want to, or if you feel like you're doing it inconsistently.
Yeah.
It definitely can be a problem. Ellie there with a forehand pitch. I think we should have a forehand counter. I think that's 2, right?
I think that's 2 for her.
Good.
Right under the basket.
Yep. Smart play from her.
I get like 70 maybe from here.
Little deep.
Little deep.
Good line though.
Yeah.
Good hyzer control. Little lofty, so that in case you did miss, you didn't have too far to come back. Oh.
Not often you see Ellie miss the basket entirely.
Yeah, just an entire whiff, right? That's just not what we expected.
And another.
Again, back to back.
Back to back on the right side.
Okay, so this needs to stop. It needs to be in the basket this time. She's done so well recovering. Oh, no. This basket does not like those little 9 spots on hyzer.
No.
It tends to spit those right back out. Oh. Who made this basket mad? It is not letting anyone get in there.
No.
Bogey from Trinity. I think this is going to be a triple bogey. Good catch from her there, from that foot fault.
Yes.
I see so many people do that too all the time, stand on their mini.
Gosh,
No
I was feeling
way.
so worried after seeing everybody else get
No
out.
way. All
Yeah.
right. Someone needs to.
I just mentioned about rushing my routine. That was that right there.
Oh, man, the foreshadowing. It's crazy on the channel. All right, hole 14. Okay, we're going to get that out of our mind. We're going to go to hole 14. What do we got?
365 feet. A little tricky. I feel like it looks tight off the tee, where like you're in your head about it, but you can really just kind of throw anything.
Yeah.
And then you're just trying to get as far as you can, and then just kind of upshot and tap it in.
The one thing I don't love about this hole is the uphill makes it so that range-wise, very few people can really get in the circle.
Yeah.
And so, like, a lot of people's max distance is going to put them right around 60 feet, like,
Yeah.
deep
I would
50.
doubt many easy birdies.
Yeah,
looks
so,
here.
like, I don't really like that particularly distance-wise. I think the hole's really good. Like, if your tee pad was 50 feet closer,
Yeah.
I think this hole would be really good score separator. Just the way it is right now, looking at the scores right now, averaging, wait, I lost the hole. We're on hole 14. I knew that. 3.38. It's a little over par. I'd like to see maybe like.
I would doubt many easy birdies here.
Yeah, I just don't see it for this division a whole lot. I mean, Ellie is obviously like the exception, right?
Yeah.
The distance champion of 482. I'm rolling my eyes because like I can't even throw that far.
No.
I'm an old man. Let's be honest here. She's trying to hit
She
me.
has so much power.
Yeah, this is crazy.
And even she has.
She's short.
Yeah.
She's short by 40 feet. I mean, if she was online, she's short 40 feet minimum to the basket. It's a tough hole. It's going to be a lot of, approach shots, make your putt, take a 3 and move on. This is going to be a tester for Lillian there, though. She's like circle's edge. I imagine this is a very soft, gummy putter.
Yes, you are correct.
Is that your favorite approach disc?
I throw it over everything.
Yeah.
Putting, approach shots. I love them.
Every opportunity I possibly can.
That one was a little bit farther away than I was hoping for after the last hole.
Not quite close. As close as you wanted it?
Not close enough for me when I'm not trusting the putt.
That's after watching everyone just do what they just did on the previous hole. It's like, uh-oh. All right, everyone's in circle, but everyone has like testers, except for Trinity, I would say.
Pretty close.
Ooh,
Cashes.
I have spoken too soon. Lillian says, tester for whom? Easy tap in for par for her. Just a wide right from you. Ellie here looking to save her par as well. Does so nicely.
Nice to see that one hit dead center for her after those couple of misses on the last
after
hole.
wide right, chain out right. That's just an odd sequence. Did not see that coming. Just like she's been so dominant, so consistent. Just
I feel like her only misses have been like 60, 70 feet.
yeah, that's reasonable to miss, and then all of a sudden that like compounded all in one hole. It's very strange, and sometimes that happens. Sometimes you have a hitch all of a sudden. You just can't quite get rid of it, and so sometimes it is what it is. Hole 15 now. I love this hole so much.
So good.
Break it down.
276 feet downhill towards the water. Everyone gets a little scared of the water that's deep because it comes up very fast.
Super fast.
You basically can't go deep of the basket outside of like 15 feet. That little dock there is safe.
Okay.
But
I did not know that because no one sent me the caddy book, so I didn't know that. I had I talked to my other camera guy about that. I had some serious questions about how that would play if it wasn't, because there's all sorts of rules, PGA rules that would have to come into play with that. But Lillian says I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to be left to the basket and not even have to worry about it because the putt's free.
Yes.
That's so good too. That not putting at the water, that's so good.
Oh, that looked like a great line from her, but just hits a tree early. Ellie's going to have to be careful here.
Off the tee.
Oh.
First available, but still scoots 150 feet just wide right. We'll see what kind of gap she has from over there. Is this a mid-range for you here?
Yes.
Yeah. It's enough downhill.
A lot softer than I was hoping for.
Yeah, it looked really good from the tee pad. Pacing looked really good, but then all of a sudden just lost all its energy mid-flight.
I was not having as much power this round is what I noticed.
Ellie's going towards water. Wow.
Skips back in.
I was, again, my mindset, I didn't know if that was playable or not, because surfaces have to be declared playable. This is suspended over water as well. So like if your disc was landing on the far edge and you didn't know, your disc is technically surrounded by water. If the surface isn't playable, there's all sorts of things that in where do you take it? It's all sorts of questions. So I was very happy I saw her kick back in the grass. I'm like, we do not need to worry about this. We are so good.
Oh. Bonus strokes here.
This is the second easiest hole, and don't you know, not a single birdie. There's just, people didn't mess it up. There were, I think, 2 bogeys on it total. Just people saved a lot of pars in this hole.
Even if you do go in the water, you've got an easy par save.
Right. It's just, it's a 15-foot putt. You're right. Go be over the wood, and so you have a 20-foot. You're like, no, I messed up. All right, quick tap in from you, and then we'll be back with more disc golf action right after a quick break from this event's sponsors.
One of my favorite partnerships with Discraft is the Paul Macbeth molds. The Athena specifically has just been a really fun one because it's a disc that I've been looking forward to. It's definitely a staple in my bag. It sits right between my Undertakers and my Onyx. A little bit blunt nose so it can fight and handle the wind, it can handle some torque, and it's just one that I can throw at all powers. That's what I really like about it. I'm just glad that we're able to make this disc, have it in hand, and have it as a stock disc that anyone can get.
Hole 16, par 4. This is a monster hole.
Monster.
One of the most difficult holes on the day. I think it's the second hardest hole.
Yeah.
You have to help me out. What do we do here?
572. For me, it's a full drive. I would say it's like 270 to clear the water. And then dogleg to the right, and then another 300,
Yeah,
350 from
minimum.
there.
Yeah, 350.
And then to this basket, there is a drop zone if you go in the water, but not too challenging. Like it's not a.
Yeah.
They're not like purposely trying to punish you.
The
from
OB, it is OB Road on the left too.
Yes.
So if you happen to go there, you go to the drop. You have the option. I believe someone told me this correctly. You have the option of going to the drop zone. So if you happen to go deep along the left side of the OB, you know, let's say you're 100 feet farther up, you can take it from there. If you happen to throw it in the water, you can go to the drop zone, or you can take it from the other side of the river if you really want to, I guess.
Get up.
Splish splash. Talk about laying in the water. I shouldn't have said anything.
It looked like a decent angle, but not the right height.
Yeah, it just kind of sunk a little fast.
Ellie, no surprise, she's going over. That one's carrying towards OB.
Yep,
Oh,
it's going to sit on it too.
That one was so close to staying
So
in.
she'll have the option of taking it up there rather than
Yeah.
come to the drop zone, which will save her 80 feet or so. Just depending on the line.
I
You
shinged that one off to the right, but I got some tree love.
laid it up perfectly. What are you talking about? You did the perfect Plinko layup play.
Not quite perfect because I could not get a run up because that tree was like right behind me.
Yeah, that's fair. Not perfect. And you're kind of flirting towards that
And,
OB.
well, yeah, two not very great shots.
Here's Trinity. Just going to throw it out into that
Correction
fairway.
this time.
Yeah. Good placement from there. Approach shot here from Lillian is going to be just short of the road, way up the fairway. It's going to be safe. She'll see the basket. Probably have a long look or putt at it, but
Just to be clear, my drive did land safe. I'm just setting my stuff down in the OB.
no, I don't believe it. I need to go back, change the graphics. OB. Change it. No. I'm shocked you put it that direction. There's a big old snapper over there.
There is.
A big old boy, too. Big hyzer.
Difficult run up from her. She had like a downhill right on that last step, but gets it just pin high.
In circle. Hearing some quick feedback from your caddy.
I had this branch right in front of me, so I had to throw it really low.
I think pretty low is pretty good.
Yeah.
I would throw it pretty low all the time if that was the result.
If that were the result, yes.
Yes. It's like, yeah, I would too.
A lot of the time, the result of me throwing low is going about 20 feet forward and into the ground.
Just a quick
Good
approach.
run from her.
Tink.
Hits the basket.
Take that for sure.
So Ellie's here in I know she has the OB stroke, but
Right.
she just has so much distance.
We did a tournament at Brent Hambrick for Crew 42 once, and there was a girl on that card who had there was a par 5, and she took a par going OB twice.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like the people who were watching doing the commentary was like, wait a minute, I just had to put 2 and 2 together there. That Ellie kind of has that same kind of power difference in this particular field where she can just throw 150, 200, 250 feet farther than everyone, and it just makes up for strokes sometimes.
Yeah.
But we're going to play an easier hole now. We have 2 fairly straightforward, easy holes that'll finish off our round, 17 and 18. Here's 17. What's the play?
303 feet, water off to the right, but unless you really shank it, it's not really in play. Really, you're just you gotta throw something like fairly straight off the tee, but there's room for the turnover. And kind of whatever you want to get off the tee. If you wanted to throw like the Kevin Jones line, there's definitely room for like a grenade or something over the top. But otherwise, and Lily will land right in that ditch there.
It's a drain.
Yes.
It just has somehow
In the
scooted
drain.
into the drain. She pulled a Paul Ulibarri. Unintentionally, though.
Yes. Otherwise, if you're just kind of trying to go up the fairway, there's a little bit of a low ceiling, I would say, taking away any like crazy high shots.
Trinity gets me to turn around. She's going to be up in circle there. Great drive from her.
Great distance.
I'd be too silly. I'd go for it. I'd go big spike hyzer over the top. Land 100 short.
I mean, it's definitely open.
I'm almost shocked. I thought about that for a second. I was almost shocked to see Ellie not go for that. She just threw a 350-foot uphill giant spike, and I just thought that she was gonna, throw it again. But she thought the up the middle was good, and she's gonna be in circle 2. And there's you in circle 2 as well.
Lillian playing from some relief from the drain.
Yeah, she gets to play above the disc because she can't obviously stick her foot in. First of all, she shouldn't, and second of all, I wouldn't, because who knows what kind of things.
We had just seen a ginormous snapper before this.
It's like, I'm not sticking my foot in there for the snapper to grab that. No, thank you. Good up shot from you. Looked good from your angle?
Yes. I figured it's pretty uphill, so I figured it was probably going to land short, but...
Right. But there's always that moment where you're like,
it could.
Get it. Just do it for fun.
Trinity with the best drive. Smashes that one. How many other birdies did we have here?
I'm going to let you take a wild guess.
1.
Yeah, this is 1. We're back on track. 1 birdie for the hole. That was it right there.
Difficult birdie, but straight up par. I would doubt that this one had too many bogeys on it.
Yeah, third easiest hole, 2 bogeys on the day. We saw one of them. Oh, no, we didn't. That was the last hole. Psych, I am all sorts of places. You describe 18.
Hole 18, 237 feet. Fairly simple tee shot, I would say, mostly.
Mm-hmm.
The water comes in on the right and into those bushes, but the area around the basket is pretty forgiving.
It's honestly, for me, it's 17. It's a short version of 17 with some dangerous foliage on the right.
Yeah.
Like, just don't do that.
I feel like at 237, I would think, like, on paper, I would think that this one's a must get. Well, of course, she's gonna prove exactly what I said.
And Trinity says it is a must get, right?
But there's definitely people who get into trouble on this one.
Oh, yeah.
On the left or the right. Ooh, hitting something very early.
Yeah, Lillian's actually going for, I would describe it as the Marweed play. Like, don't take intended fairway, take the forehand gap way off to the side.
Yes.
Honestly, she has the power to do it, but like you mentioned, hits the first branch available essentially and knocks her straight down. We'll see what she does from there.
I gave this one a little low, but it was a good line, so I got a decent skip.
Yeah, scoot into circle 2. Here's Lillian's from probably 150 feet out. She's going to throw it over the road and by the pin.
Right there.
There was a lot of danger with that play, and she made it look very, very easy.
No, at under 240, I would think that this one would have to be a must get, but it really doesn't. Like, I don't feel like you see as many tap-ins as like what Trinity has.
There's just enough danger and just enough of a tunnel to make it not a must get.
Yeah.
Right? It feels like it is. It looks like it is. But then you throw it and you're like, yeah, that's a little tighter than I thought because I hit my shot that I thought I wanted and it just didn't quite get there or didn't clean enough or whatever. You can just find yourself a little too short, a little obstructed or whatever. And so we saw that from our card just now. 1 easy tap in if you hit the gap, and if you don't, then you got whatever's left. That's going to do it for these 9 holes.
This round, everybody, well, okay, Ellie's just making up her own field right now. She finishes at -2, but let's see the scores.
Yeah, -2 overall, +5 for this 9, for this. For this round. Trinity at +8, so she did a nice job kind of controlling. She was +7 after the first 9. Lillian actually shoots -1 on the back 9. She actually gets under par.
Way to go.
Moves up the leaderboard, tied with Trinity now for 2nd place.
Yeah, Montana scooting into 4th.
That's right. Montana's scooting in, so she's going to take your place on the next round, but you'll have a chance at making it back after Sunset Hills. But a tight race there in that 4th place. Still has some opportunities to shift the leaderboard, just one hole at a time. But thank you so much again for joining me for this. It's been so much fun.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, happy to be here.
So we have a few more rounds left to go. So we'll have to see you guys on the next round when we get back.